Oh, it has been fun, hasn't it? We're talking about GameStop, right? It's one that I've avoided for a long while for good reason. This thing is, I hate to say it, the biggest joke I've seen. I mean, it's probably one of the funnier jokes. I can't lie to you. Pretty funny. But GameStop. Today I want to detail really the story of GameStop and what's going on with it. Why is it going on? And frankly, it's not just GameStop. We have other companies. I mean, you look at AMC, going through the same exact thing. I'll just brief you. Let me show you the 1 month chart on GameStop, and you can catch a glimpse. If you haven't heard about it, which I'm sure most people have, this is major news in the market. Have you seen a 1 month chart like this? We're talking about within a period of a week, the stock shooting up 700%. From there, dipping down another 50%, then back up another 67%. Then, where it's at right now, just today, down 60%. We see the same exact thing with AMC here. Pretty much the exact same chart going on, and today took a huge nosedive. So, for those who aren't aware of what's going on necessarily, these are two companies in very bad spots right now. Companies that a lot of people have a lot of bets on that they will either be bankrupt or the stock price is going down. These are your big hedge funds, okay? Hedge funds, obviously, these are the billionaires of the world, the millionaires of the world. They control a lot, really a majority of the money in the stock market, these hedge fund managers. And there are two very noteworthy ones that went ahead and made it known, because they do for their investors, that they were shorting their positions in GameStop and AMC. And when I say shorting, I'm referring to the fact that they believe the company, in one case, one of these hedge funds thought that the company would be bankrupt very shortly by the end of the year, and they put out a short, typically would be a put option on the company, that the valuation of this company, the price is going to dip down to this certain level by this time. They were putting a lot of money in for that, that they thought GameStop would be going down. So, in the lovely world of Reddit, if you're not aware, there is a little place called Wall Street Bets. Wall Street Bets. What can you say? This is, I'm not even going to scroll down. You know, I'm only going to look at it for just a second, because who knows what's going to happen when you talk about it. It's like opening up Pandora's box over there. It is a group of crazy, there's some crazy folks there, okay? They like to stir up controversy and crap. I mean, there's no doubt about it. So, this is a community full of retail investors. A retail investor is just your generic, like me, you, the generic person buying stocks on their own brokerage account. There's a group of retail investors who have a massive following, and if you didn't see, obviously, just off of how many followers, 8.3 million people following this subreddit. So there's a lot of people in the game here. And to make a stock move like this, we're talking about hundreds of thousands, if not millions, of shares being purchased of this stock. So what they did was they wanted to stick it to the man. This community decided, we're tired of the big hedge fund people, these big millionaires, billionaires even, telling us what's going on in the market. We're going to take a stand, and we're going to go ahead and screw them. So what they did was millions of them, millions of people, hundreds of thousands of people bought GameStop stock, you know, or at least shares were purchased. Hundreds of thousands, if not millions, of shares were purchased by people. And it made the stock skyrocket, and I mean absolutely skyrocket. And they got their intended result. So I want to think of this, frankly, I would put it as a David versus Goliath type situation, right? The retail investor, for years, really since the dawn of time here, they've been David. And the billionaires have been Goliath. They've been controlling the market. They've been controlling everything going on. But these hedge funds, such as Melvin Capital and Citron Capital, both had big shorts on this company, as well as AMC. It's rough stuff. So what happened here is, since the stock went up, these hedge funds had to sell off their position to level it out, which meant billions of dollars that they lost. Both of these, Citron and Melvin Capital, lost billions of dollars because of what these people were able to do. So some will say it's a good sign, it's a good thing. They finally made the big man pay. I think it's a little crazy, and again, it's opening Pandora's box, okay? Here comes the sneeze. Don't mind the sneeze. Pandora's box is open, okay? So this caused a lot of controversy, obviously, as people were on either side arguing a certain point. Definitely, you're going to see that people were arguing both sides, whether the retail investor is right in this aspect or not. There were many brokerages that completely shut down trading on some of these equities. You could not trade GameStop on Robinhood, on TD Ameritrade at all. They just completely shut down any trading of it because of the absolute volatility and what was going on with it. So there's become a controversial statement in which some of these hedge fund billionaires are trying to get retail investors completely out of the game. They don't want you and I to be able to purchase any equities unless we go through a hedge fund or mutual fund, which I think is an absolute ridiculous outcome. But it's because some of these guys are butthurt that they lost a lot of money. Now, I think it sets a bad precedent that we're able to see such market manipulation from just a little, I say a little, but from just an internet community. So my concern is, I do believe that if they keep doing stuff like this, you're going to see bans everywhere. We saw the Wall Street Bets Twitter page completely gone. I have a bad feeling they're going to ban every single one of these communities that's trying to push this stuff. I have a good feeling they'll get banned for these type of actions, unfortunately, for reasons that the billionaires, they don't want to get their money controlled by other people. They want to be the ones in control of the market. And I think it's a little hypocritical, obviously. You can't deny it. If you look at GameStop itself, the thing's a joke. So I don't want anyone involved in this, okay? Just personally, do not get involved in this. A lot of people... And I'm glad they blocked trading for a while, because a lot of people probably fell victim to this thing. Down 60% today. Are you kidding me? Just take a little brief look at this stock. So, market cap right now has shot up to $22.67 billion. That's pretty crazy, right? $22.67 billion. When just a few months back, 3 months back, it was trading at $680 million. And now it's at $22 billion. Can you believe that? There's nothing about this company that's valued anywhere near. Price to book sitting at 68. I mean, the valuation has gone off the deep end. This is a company, if you look at the financial statement of this company, bringing in, that's right, $7.3 billion in revenue, has been declining in revenue consistently year over year for several years now. We're talking about a 5-year stretch where they've been continuously dipping down in revenue. There's nothing I can find in this company that's worth anything. You see the net income line actually continues to decline, so this company continues to lose money hand over fist. Yet, I think a lot of people got the idea that since it's going up, we're going to buy because clearly something good is happening here. It's not. This is a very much textbook value trap on this company where people think just because of the volatility, it's going to be a fun one to get into. It's not fun. I'm a guy who's been burnt by these. Frankly, they're meme stocks. I've been burnt by them before. When I started out investing, I got burnt by this kind of stuff. And I'm hoping people didn't lose thousands of dollars and then completely give up investing because of that. I have a bad feeling people probably did, especially because of today. People felt really lucky. They may have bought in after this dip down to 190, and they're like, oh, I'm in. And then the next day they were up 60. Then today, down 60%, half the value of what they bought it for. I have a really bad feeling that that's what a lot of people felt. So that's why I think you should not be touching either of these stocks. For myself, I did a little bit of a reasonable investment, and I bought a long-term put option on this company that expires January of next year. I'm hedging that this thing will be below $10 by January of next year, and I say that for many reasons. When you're talking about really, if you look just a year back, how about that? Just a year back, in really any time before October of last year, and even during October, this stock was trending awfully. $3 a share as of March. I mean, this is pre-pandemic levels. $4 a share on this thing. I have no doubt it'll be back at these levels by January of next year, and I'll be in the money. So we're going to see what that looks like. I could be wrong. I could be wrong, and maybe this is the momentum GameStop needs, but I just think it's quite crazy of what's going on, and I wanted to give a warning out there to not fall for this. So I hope you enjoyed this, and have a good day.